Welcome back. I am Jill Blanchett with Green Thumb Stampers. We are here for card number 2 of the Spooky Treats Paper Pumpkin Kit. This is the card we're going to make, and it uses one of the lids in the plaid pattern and one of the little tiny sentiment labels from inside the kit as well. That's the extent of what we're going to use for the kit. This is the card we're going to make, and let's get started. I've got a basic black at 8.5 by 5.5. You can score it at 4 1/4 or fold it in half and give it a good crease. I have 3 pieces of cardstock, 1 Highland Heather, 1 basic gray, and 1 crushed curry. They measure 1 3/4 inches wide by 4 inches long, and we're going to stamp on those and then adhere those to the front of the card. We're going to start with our Highland Heather. I need my foamy mat underneath for stamping because this is a photopolymer set. We need that extra little bit of cushion underneath. I'm going to use the Orchid Oasis ink, and this particular one we're going to use the spider from the kit, and we're just going to randomly stamp some spiders on our paper, however it works for you. If you like to twist your paper, twist your stamp. I'm doing a little bit of both, but you just kind of don't want all the things going in the same direction. A little bit off the paper, some of them off, the top, the bottom, the sides. If you think you need to add a little more to fill in some space, by all means, fill in your space. So there we got some spiders down. We're going to move to the basic gray paper, and we'll put some of the stars down using the basic gray ink. And we'll grab our block here for the stars. Same thing, you want them all over the paper, filling in. So much of it's going to be covered up on this paper, but just fill it all in nicely. And then our last piece will be the crushed curry, and we will use the bats from the kit in the crushed curry ink. Again, you want to fill in the paper. With bats. Probably that's enough. Let's see if I could squeeze one in there. I see, you know, I tell you to do it all randomly, and then we get all definitely filled in with some methodical stamping instead of like that one where I just left it open. So now I probably need to go back because that one's not as filled in. We'll add a few more spiders just to fill in the paper like the other ones are. But I think it looks cuter actually with a lot more of the spaces filled in. I'll keep that solid. Oh yeah. Thanks for that suggestion to go back and fill that in better. like that. Put one more in there. Perfect. Much, much nicer. All right, then we are going to glue those onto the front of our card base. All right, there we go. So now we're going to move on to our white ghost piece. So I've got a black piece that is 3 1/4 by 2 3/4 inches. And then I have a basic white piece that is 3 inches by 2 1/2 inches. And I'm going to stamp some of these ghosts on there first. Let me get another block. Just going to have the ghosts kind of, I'm going to start with one guy up here. Bring another ghost on the page down there. And then we'll have one kind of floating off over here. And then I have the spider web. I'm going to go back to my little block. It's awful inky, but I'll wipe it off. So then we're going to come back to our spider web, and we're just going to stamp some of those up at the top. Just kind of fill in some space with some spooky spider webs. And then I have my Orchid Oasis again and a sponge, little piece of sponge, because I want a little bit of that like this design from the sponge. I want that to kind of come through. See the little like dots and stuff from the sponge? I want that to come through instead of like the blender brush. I want the little dot looking to come through. So that's all I'm going to do there. Just add a little bit of the Orchid Oasis. And I'm going to glue that down to the black. Like this. And I'm going to glue it flat onto the card. But I'm going to first, we want a 3/4 inch slice of this piece. So I'm going to put my edge at 3/4. Save this because we will use the rest of it for other projects. Then I want 5 1/2. I'm off my screen. I want 5 1/2 long. And then I'm going to pop that up along the side of the card. So I'll put a few pop dots on it. Almost done with this weird pack of them where the cutter went all the way through the both sides almost. So then we're going to pop that up along the edge. Gonna go up a little higher. That looks pretty good. Right there. And then on this little strip that we're using that was in the kit. I've got some, oh, we lost power for a second. That was weird. I got some fresh freesia, and I'm going to use the Happy Halloween words. Oops, I'm just going to get that all the way down there. Put my Happy Halloween on there. Then I cut that in two. The Happy Halloween, cut that into two pieces. And then I just glued it flat on the front. Let's put the Halloween down first. That. We'll put the Happy a little bit above it. Then on the inside, we've got just a basic white. And I don't think I'm going to put any words in there because I got Happy Halloween on the outside, but I think I'm going to put another ghost on the inside down here. So let's just grab a ghost. Put him down here on the bottom. And we're going to call that good for the inside. Somebody could write something. The other sentiments in this kit just say, enjoy this spooky treat or trick or treat. And to me, if somebody's mailing out this card, those might not really go. Unless, of course, you give a gift card or something and stick it in here. Which you could very well do. Glue another piece of paper over here. Just the two sides in the bottom, and you could stick a gift card in there for a coffee or whatever kind of drink. And so there we go with card number 2.